Hello, I figured that today I would do a little just kind of like catch up with me, not necessarily a story time, just kind of like us sit and let's chat, because the past couple of videos have really just been about the move and the house and like vlogging all those things, and I feel like I haven't really just sat down like period for myself. Woo! So want to just kind of like sit and chit chat until I get hungry, at which point I will promptly wrap the video up and go and make dinner. But I just wrapped up my first like full week of teaching. So for those of you who don't know, I just started a postdoc at University of Notre Dame. So moved to South Bend, Indiana from Nairobi, Kenya. That in and of itself was a whole ordeal. Spent the first 2 weeks of the move just like trying to get the house in order, and a lot was done. We painted all the rooms, changed the carpet, and now starting to like do the decorating process. I finished one room completely, the laundry room, almost finished with the bathroom. The main bathroom just needs to do art, and other furniture is starting to come in. Like furniture has just been so back ordered, so it's been kind of frustrating because stuff is moving a lot more slowly than I thought it would, but alas, we move. But I haven't talked about like the actual like work that I'm gonna be doing, as well as some other kind of like social, emotional, relational things that are going on. So let me start first because someone on Instagram asked me, like as I was posting stories, I think they were like, where's your child? And my first instinct was to be like, none of your business. But in the spirit of just openly sharing, so we had decided not to bring our son with us when we made the move right now for a couple of reasons. Main reason actually was really just that I needed time to adjust to a new environment. One, like a new routine, a new schedule, and also to adjust to a new home. Which I really underestimated. Like I thought about, I had mentally prepared myself for being in a new environment. I didn't mentally prepare myself for like being in an empty home and like starting from scratch regarding decorating. I haven't done that in a really long time. Even when we moved to Kenya, I still moved with a lot of my furniture. It took some time to get there, but by the time we moved into our apartment, like we had furniture, so I wasn't sitting on an air mattress taking Zoom calls, which is what I've been doing for the past like 3 weeks. But I digress. So we decided to leave our son in Kenya with his grandmother and his cousin and his aunts and everybody. And he has been thriving. It's so funny because we call him and he's just like, we'll say hi on camera, but then run away. Like he does not care, like does not miss us. Well, us, now it's just me. I'll get into that in a little bit. But I think that one of the reasons why I felt, to be honest, let me just be really, really straightforward. I initially did not want to leave him. Jonathan suggested it and I was like, no, I can do it all. Like he can be here, we're gonna make it work. And he was like, okay, but you know, just think about it. Think about whether or not you're gonna be able to, or whether or not you want to be thinking about things like, what's the kid gonna eat, and like who's gonna watch him today, like as you're also trying to figure out all these other things. So the more I thought about it, the more I realized like actually it probably is just is a better idea for him to stay in Kenya, where we have full-time childcare. My parents are also here in the US, but they're not in Indiana, and so, you know, had I asked them to, they would have been more than glad to come here or have him stay with them in New Jersey. But we just were like, you know, he's just already there, let him just stay there and let's not have to suffer on the flight with him. But I was gonna say that one of the reasons why I felt like I could make this decision, it's not like I'm definitely nowhere near the first woman to, you know, pursue a job opportunity and like leave her kids behind. But I just really reflected a lot on the fact that my mom did the same exact thing. Well, actually she did it the same thing, but it was even more of a sacrifice for her. So a little bit about my childhood and my family history. So my mom immigrated to the US in 1991. She was a nurse, and so she moved from Nigeria to the Bronx by herself in 1991, leaving myself, who was a few months old, as well as my older brother, who was 3 years older than me, and the care of my dad and my grandmother. So it was something that my mom had done And I remember talking to my mom about it. And it was funny because I was talking to both of my parents actually on the phone. And I was like, you know, yes, I am not nervous, but I am anxious about the fact that I'm going to be leaving the kid behind. And my dad was kind of like, oh, you know, it'll be okay. It'll be fine. You know, like you're doing it. You're doing what's best for your family. And so it'll be fine, which I also needed to hear that, but my mom was like, you're gonna cry every day. Like, that's the reality. Like, it's gonna suck. So I feel like my dad was speaking from a place of optimism, whereas my mom was speaking from a place of experience. Like, she's actually done this, and so she knows how hard it is. And that made me feel like I could do it because I have her who I can talk to at any point, and she knows exactly what I'm feeling, but like times 10, because I could actually see, like, I can just video call, WhatsApp call, Google Duo, FaceTime, and see my son whenever I want to. Whereas like she couldn't do that. She didn't see her kids for a year. She didn't see her husband for a year, like face to face. And she spent so much money. We're talking about how much money she spent on phone cards. So like so much of her paycheck was either spent on either phone cards or just saving away to be able to bring us over. And so I definitely, you know, don't have those struggles right now. I feel like it's just the emotional part, but I can still feel like I'm interacting with my son. I still feel like I am, you know, there for his, like, I don't feel like I'm missing out on any part of his development because I'm seeing him regularly. You know, I'm asking him what he's eating and what he's watching, and, you know, still singing to him on the phone in ways that weren't possible 30 years ago when my mom did this. I wanted to share that because when I accepted this postdoc, I did not know that I would be leaving the kid at the outset, but I do know that there are people who do this all the time, and people who might be, you know, wondering or aspiring to take an opportunity or pursue something, but feeling like, oh, you know, my kids are here. And yeah, I think especially when they're super young, they don't care. He does not. It's so funny, I'll call and I'll be like, hi, and he'll smile and say, hi, mama, and then just run away and go back to doing whatever he was doing. The kids are really resilient. They're a lot more resilient than we think. And I did feel like because he was so young, it was a great opportunity to, I guess, do this right now because he's so young, and he also has a cousin who's his age, a few months older than him, who he can spend time with. So it's not like he's by himself. So Jonathan and I were both here for 3 weeks apart from him, and it's actually, let me tell you the tea on Jonathan real quick. Jonathan definitely missed him more than I did. I was good. I was good for like a week and a half, and then I started to miss him, but Jonathan, like on day 3, was like, let's call him. I'm like, I'm fine. So Jonathan was here for a couple weeks, but now also Jonathan has returned back to Kenya. So now doing long distance parenting and also doing long distance marriage, which is also something that I did not anticipate that I would be doing. If y'all aren't familiar with our Jonathan and my like love story or relationship history, we actually dated long distance when we were from the 2nd to the 6th year of our relationship. Oh my gosh, yo. Oh, this year makes 10 years since we've been together. Wild. Oh my gosh, did our first date pass? No, I think our first date was like next week, 10 years ago. Madness. Anyway, and when we like dated in person, or because we were in college together, our first year, and then from 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th year of our relationship was all long distance. So I'm not used to long distance, but I do 2 things. One, I definitely was like, bruh, I'm never doing this again. But you have to be flexible, I think, in your life. You can't like have ultimatums. So I didn't think I'd be doing this again, but here I am. So one, I do have experience, but is it ideal? No. Do I want to be apart? Absolutely not. I want our whole family to be together. I don't think that anyone, well, actually, let me not speak for other people, but I don't think that some people who, you know, pursue opportunities that take them away from their family, it's not like they're like trying to leave their family, but you do what's best for you and for your whole family. And this is what we decided was best for us. So Jonathan's back in Kenya. He's hustling on his work that so many people were concerned about what he was about to do when I got my postdoc. He's fine if you were worried about his life and his business for some reason. So he's going to be primarily working out of Kenya, and I am going to be working out of here as long as we're in session in person. If school shuts down, if something happens with the Delta variant and we're back online, then I'll probably go back to Kenya. But for right now, staying optimistic, staying positive. I'll be here building a career, or exploring a career. Let me not say building, exploring a career in academia in South Bend. So those are like my personal life updates, like baby husband updates. And then I do want to quickly touch on things that no one tells you about a postdoc. Actually, it's probably different for everyone, but in my first week and a half, I started officially a week and a half ago, and then this week is the first week of classes. So I had like a week to do like onboarding, HR, find my office, and then this is the first week of classes. It's a weird in between. I think you're like halfway a grad student and halfway a faculty, and so I think sometimes it can kind of feel like I'm in this like wasteland where no one really knows what's going on. I get some emails that are directed towards faculty. I get some emails that are directed towards staff. I get some emails that are for grad students. When you sign up for workshops at the teaching center, it's like, this is for grad students and postdocs. I'm like, okay, but I'm teaching this class independently, so I don't really know. So I kind of feel like it's an interesting space, and I'm sure it really just depends on what school you're at, what like program you're a postdoc in, what discipline. But for me being in an interdisciplinary center at a like fairly large school, is it large? Decently large school, it kind of feels like I'm just like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm just smiling and doing what I think I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm sure over the next couple of weeks, as I like meet more people and get more settled into the department, into the center, I will feel less like a fish out of water, but I'm winging it so much right now. But I'm having a good time so far. So I taught my first official class today. Like, class started on Monday. I'm recording this video on a Wednesday. And I'm recording this because I actually put effort into how I look today. I was worried that students would be, I don't know what I was worried about. I think because I'm teaching a class on medicine. My class is called Contemporary Concerns in Medicine. So I'm teaching this class on, you know, like current issues in medicine, and obviously, not masks. I was gonna say vaccinations, which I'm combining masks and vaccinations. A girl is sleepy. Vaccinations and anti-vaccination feelings and masks and anti-mask feelings are really kind of like, that's what's really salient in the like national discussion right now. But I'm trying to like move beyond them. Like, yo, there's so many other things happening in the world of medicine and health. We can't just like only talk about vaccines and masks and like what that means. So it's going well so far. I am excited. We had some technical difficulties gonna get the printer to work, so I had to do my lesson today without any slides in front of me, but it's okay. It's okay. So those are my updates. I wanted to do, I know in terms of like what other content is coming up, more house stuff is coming up. As soon as furniture arrives, more house stuff will be coming up. I'm almost done with the bathroom. I think I mentioned the main bathroom. It was really hard to film because our bathroom is so annoying. Doesn't have any light. It's like doesn't have a window, and it's pretty small, so it's pretty hard to film, and I feel like it's kind of dark footage, but it's not gonna be wasted. So that's coming up. And I also want to do like a fall fashion haul and other videos. If there are other videos that you want to see, if you want to see more like just sit down, chit chat, catch up videos, if you want to see more vlogs, although now I'm solo, so I'm gonna have to be recording from my own point of view, and I think I have to get back in the habit of taking my own content. I haven't done that in a while. I just need to find a photographer in South Bend because ain't nobody got time to be shooting themselves. But my whole point was, if there is content that you want to see, I'm always open to suggestions. Yes. So thanks so much, guys, for checking in with me. This was nice. It was like I feel like I should have had tea though. You know, I feel like this was like office hours where you just like sit and chit chat and then go on about your day. So this could be a series, like an office hours, like a monthly check-in with me. What do you think? Let me know what I should call what just happened down below in the comments. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.